Oh, it's I. We're live. I gotta stop doing that. You know what else we have to stop doing as humanity, letting our clothes get dirty, because then we would call that dirty laundry, and we would create a way to clean them. And if you create a way to clean them, then you're doing the world justice, aka just use detergent. And for us normal people, that's what we do when we have dirty laundry. But for Danny Brown, like you make a song wearing a really cool looking hoodie. By the way, that hoodie, that cover art is fire. I would like to acquire said hoodie, but regardless, this song is Danny Brown's return. He has also revealed recently that an album will be coming, I believe, October 2nd. It's been a while since the Connoisseur of Atrocity exhibition has granted us access into his eclectic land, and now we get to visit it once again and sort of dive into the wild, fun mind of Danny Brown. Now, with Dirty Laundry, he kind of illustrates these different pictures of the idea of the places that he used to be within, or I guess the places he might still reside. And he lived in Detroit, which is not exactly known for being super perfect. Detroit is kind of lauded as like one of the, if you grew up in the slums of Detroit, you can make it anywhere type of deals. And I mean, it also gave birth to Eminem, so we got some cool rappers from Detroit. And the way that Danny Brown does is he kind of, it feels as though he's rapping in an anthology. Like there's different stories, but they're not necessarily interconnected. He sort of, and then like the second verse is the one I actually like the most, because he sort of talks about how real life and uses it in conjunction with the idea of dirty laundry, taking the fact that people look at the ghetto or the slums as places that are inevitably dirty. And when he says, oh, when stuff gets messy, clean it up with an AK, which is ironic because, or not an AK, but he said like a 30. And that's ironic because you're murdering people, so you're making more of a mess. You're cleaning up your own state of mind for maybe a short while, but really, I guess that's a break in psychosis. I don't know. So I'm not a doctor. I would like to say I'm not a doctor, but that idea of the mess, and then talking about how his dad was a Rolling Stone, so he sold him some rocks. Rocks being like kind of code word for, I guess, cocaine or any other kind of drug. Along with that, he has these two stories that again are kind of not necessarily interconnected. Where like one is sort of about him having sex in a Burger King bathroom. I think it's just I think it's just Danny's way of kind of throwing this comedic style within this very fun soundscape. And it's like it has this weird analog feeling to it, like if you were playing like an old game and then like the beep boop, it sort of sounds like that. And then there's these like really cool electronic waves, I think, and it's like and it's very sort of aggressive, but it just feels kind of not just fun, but and not wild. It's not a belligerent song or anything where it's just like, but it's more like just weird, I guess. And I just hate that I can't. The word is not coming right now, but I feel like this song really has a very quirky personality. That's what it is. I think it has a very quirky personality in the way he balances this sort of humor with these sort of sadistic things. Even talking about how like the system tried to drown him, and it's almost as if even if he gets out of the slums, he still has to deal with the fact that he's an African American man in America, which means he's going to get discriminated against times 20. So even if he does get out of his very dangerous or potentially dangerous situation living in the ghetto where you're kind of working check to check to just survive, so then you don't even really have the opportunity to seek other things. If you somehow make it out of that, now you have, and before, even prior to that, you already had a system that wasn't really working for your benefit. Now you're working against that system to maintain your status as is. Once again, that idea of survival is constant. It's sort of like the cycle of dirty laundry. Your clothes get dirty, you throw them in the wash, but they'll inevitably get dirty again, because even if you put them on and you sit in your house, you're gonna sweat and be gross, okay? because no one can tell me that they just sit in their house and like, I am perfectly clean. Look at me, I am a bastion of cleanliness. Forever, I shall be clean. No, nobody does that. Nobody does that. So, in that same way, it's sort of inevitable. And at the same time, he points out the fact that, yeah, things can get dirty, but they'll always come to light at the end, which is kind of true. You know, I guess the time frame of when, depending on the situation, depending on the sin incurred, it could be immediately or it could be, depending on how it is. And I guess maybe it reveals itself in people, sort of how their guilt affects them after whatever they've done kind of resonates throughout the world or the people and the environment. And once again, if your environment's made to be dirty, because even when you're winning, really, there's still people you have to step on to get to the top, unfortunately. I don't think anybody that's like super big, think billionaire or millionaire, there's no way they didn't step on a single toe. There's no way they didn't kick someone in the chin on the way up. It just is an unfortunate reality about the way that our environment works, at least in America. I shouldn't say it's like everywhere. You should just you should just like totally be like, you know, opportunistic jerk, because you can still be opportunistic and not hurt people. I believe it's possible. Is my optimism foolhardy? Maybe, but it keeps me alive somehow. So, with that being said, this is a very, I really like the sonicality. There's like a little like there's a sort of sound within the song too that's like wow wow. Or no, it just sounded like a dying cat. My bad. Or I meant to say it was like it's like wow. I can't do it, but there is a sound in there. And then there's also somebody sort of there's like a voice that's saying like whoa, or it's moaning, and more explicit things are happening within this song that I was not prepared for. And there's also like so yeah, beyond the first verse and the third verse, that was sort of a weird story that just revolved around him going to the laundromat, but also getting a blowjob. Is just like I was like, oh, okay, guess this is what we're doing. But like I said, I like the middle one because it really took the idea of dirty laundry and flipped it into the environment he's within, and sort of I guess illustrated how people are also within this environment. It's not just him, and they all get affected by it one way or another. Because it's easy to kind of imagine anybody as a placeholder for the person he put, like Karen. You could go to the neighborhood and be like, okay, I see a Karen right here. So overall, Dirty Laundry is a cool return for Danny Brown. He's right in his wheelhouse, his pocket. And I want to say the last song I listened to with Danny Brown on it was on it's the one with Earl, Kendrick, and Absol. I love that whole track is just really though, like really though. I mean, Dirty Laundry didn't have me going really like, yeah, this is Danny. This is straight Danny Brown. ah, I'm choking. Maybe I should do my own laundry. The smell of no laundry. There's like actually no laundry over here because everything's clean right now. But like, you know, maybe it's just the imaginary smell that's forcing me to just choke on nothing. Well, this guy says, if you got dirty laundry, I recommend not getting Tide Pods because apparently they're a dangerous meme. Oh wait, I'm way too late on that actually. Just wash your clothes. Wash your clothes, wash yourself, wash your life. And hopefully you're gonna have a good time. Hopefully your life is already smelling like the thing that you put in when it's in the water. You put it in the washer and it smells real nice. Yeah, this is I look, man. Just wash your clothes, and hopefully your life will be as good as it smells. So it better be good. Shout out to you, one viewer who has stayed posted up here. I will be going. Hopefully you don't have any laundry to do. So yeah, Danny Brown, dirty laundry. Yeah, this is awkward when I don't edit this because now I gotta sit here and then I click the end button. It's just so much pressure, man. I can't